All right, I was saying, take me for example. Um, I'm at a point of performing on the street that I've never been at in life. I'm growing. I've grown to the point to where um, I can handle those crowds. I'm growing to the point to where becoming a star. I'm becoming to where I can handle. I I feel the power. Like when I walk into, when I'm out, I just feel the power of when people look at me. I feel I can translate that I know what to do with it. Kind of, it's like people have gas and they give it to me, and I'm like, all right, yeah, give it to me, and I put it in a machine, And other people, they don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, today's a great day. Like I'll take that energy and start singing. You know what I'm saying? And it'll process and it'll work. Like my body can go higher up on that wave. When it comes to good vibes or high vibes when in a social arena. Um, and so, like I was saying, I'll come back to that. But um, like I went out on the corner the other day to fly a sign and ask people for money, and I got frustrated because it wasn't working as fast as I had wanted it to. And so my form started to crack. My form started to shake uncontrollably and get out of. I was changing. I couldn't hold the form. And so I started to lose it. I started to come out of my skin and get upset, and I was like waving the sign more, and people were looking at me like, come out of my skin. And so I took a break and left. I left, took a break, and thought about things, and as I was leaving, this one guy that I know, I don't really know him, but this one dude that I know of, he was like, you know, I got my he started to harass me. You know what I'm saying? We'll put it short like that. This one dude I know from my past, he was like, hey, I hadn't seen him in a while, and then he started to give me some crap. Just out the blue, like he likes to do, fucking idiot. And even that, like, do I have the patience to be courteous, or when someone that is that you're passing on that wave, you know, are they gonna hold you back from getting higher? You know what I mean? Are you gonna crash into that wave in that ocean, or are you gonna like surf over it? And can you? You know what I'm saying? Can you even? Um, like 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 I said in another recording, there's the jail thing where there's accidents. You know, hey, you were having a good life, you were going to church, now you going to jail for something. You were having a good life, you were going, you were getting promotions, and you know, the Job story comes to mind. And now you have a car accident. Now then you break up, something happens to where the form changed. You know what I'm saying? Your form is changing. And then you have the courtesy, which is the patience to hold the kingdom of heaven. This is biblical. Do you have the patience to hold the kingdom together and to stay in the kingdom, and to take the licks and to suffer for the truth, to suffer for what you know is right and good and true and the best. And why is it that way? And that's what we're talking about is like, why is it like a win or a loss scenario? Like, why isn't it all fate? Or is it all fate? Is it all gravity? Like, you know, um, you get Tyson in the ring and he's beating people up and winning. You get Jordan out there, and he's dunking and shooting and winning. It's like, if you have a young player and he's dunking and shooting and winning, at his level, and a young boxer and he's knocking people out and winning at his level, and then you put him up against a Tyson or a Jordan, it's like, and they just get crushed. I mean, you take a winning high school basketball team and you put them up against a winning college team and they just get crushed. It's like they don't play like each other like that because it's not a reality, you know, but if they ever crossed paths and played each other, they would lose, and so it's like when people lose, are they naturally running into something that's greater than them? You feel me? At that point, like regardless of how much patience they were wanting to have, like you know, like when things go a certain way, did that wave push you down? Is that a learning process? I don't think people dying in car accidents is a learning process. I don't think abortions is a learning process. That's people's real lives. Um, I don't think life is a learning process. I don't think it's something that you're like, okay, I gotta pay attention. If I don't pay attention, it's all gonna go bad. I just don't believe that because there's some parts of my childhood that I don't remember, and even though someone was taking care of me, I wasn't that wild. I wasn't that like where I need people like helping me. Yeah, as a baby, but you know, there, life's not that hard. If there's life in you, you can wake up. It might be sunny out and a good day, and you just have it's just fun. So it's like you don't really have to learn that much, to live. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the animals they're born. How much do they really have to learn? Running from somebody higher on the food chain, how to survive. You know, is life how to survive? Is that it? Is that what life is? I'm born, but is the how to survive just a visual illusion of people, you know, of that wave making people bump here and bump there and figure this out and figure that out. So like, is learning fatal? Is learning fatal? Is learning life? Like, is that how it looks? I mean, that's not truly what's happening because if you, it's not truly learning because we already ascertained that. But does it just look like learning? People bumping this wave, going up and down. Does it look like people figuring things like using their brain? There we go. It's not learning, but does it look like people using their mind rather than having sex? Using their body and shit. You know, people aren't sexual throughout life. They're mental. They're logical. They're like they use their mind. You know what I mean? They don't meet people and shake dicks. You feel? So you don't hug people when you get nervous. You know what I'm saying? People start thinking. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, what do I need to do? The answer is in my mind. The answer is in my mind. If I just think, if I can think about it. So it's like that's where people are perceiving the visual of life. But me and you know that there's more things to what you can just see because that it's not learning because you're not born into you can't learn to be born into a good family. You can't learn to be born. You can't learn to beat Tyson. You feel me? You can't learn to beat the college team if you're the high school team. They're gonna beat you because they didn't learn to beat you. They're just gonna beat you because they know what you know and they know more. But is there a way you could possibly beat them? You feel me? Like that's what people look at as a miracle or like something when it barely happens. When it barely happens, then people are like, well, you're the special one, you know what I'm saying, that did it. And it's like that. So I'm gonna take a break here. I'm gonna take a break. It looks like humans are using their minds, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't no learning going on. It's just some calculating, a calculative step process that we do. Like I'm just living my life. Like I just woke up and started talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like learning anything, or I'm like just getting through the day. You feel me? This is how I'm getting through. And and I'm my wave is going up. I can tell my wave is going up in my mind to where I want to keep the wave going up. Malcolm, Martin, these leaders that go against the tide, they wanted to keep going up. They wanted to keep going up. Gandhi, they wanted that wave to keep going to the highest high. Whatever was in their mind that they saw, that was the high, the dream, the mountaintop. And after it's there, and you see it. So I guess that's what it is. That's what it is seeming that life is. It's a sine wave that goes up and down, and this pulse, the signal that's going up and down, is coming into our body, and it's going out our body. And when it goes in, it the wave is going through us. It's just going in and out, but it goes through you. And depending on what type of seed you are, what type of plant you are, like there's different plants on the planet, different trees and stuff, it's gonna push this part of you up and push this part of you down until it's all pushed out, until you're all like filled out. And you filling out is not the point. The point is for for you to fill out, but to also uh, get to the end of the signal. It begins and it's ending. And so you're riding this wave, this sine wave, from the beginning to the end. So if you have to duck for 10 years, then you're going to duck for 10 years. And that's the point. The point is not, there's room up there. If I could just break through, if I could just stand up, you know what I'm saying? The wave is saying, the wave is wanting me to stand up. I feel it. And you fucking stand up and your head gets cut off or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, like a motherfucker in the middle of a war being like, it's not supposed to be like this. We're supposed to be getting along. And he gets up and tries to ride that wave going up, and he tries to go hug the enemy, and they shoot him. You know what I'm saying? So it's not be the wave. That's not the point. The point, that's what's happening. The wave is filling you out. That's what life is. This pulse that you're surfing on, basically. Like we're like a balloon, and somebody's like blowing life into us, basically. And then that air that goes into the balloon, that's the sine wave. That's the signal that's going up and down. That boom, 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 boom. And it's filling. When it goes up, it makes you 6'2". It makes you 4'1". It makes you 5 feet. Well, guess what? The wave went through you over and over again, and you ain't get no higher than 5'6". You ain't get no higher than 6'6". On this cat, the wave pushed his ass to 7 feet all the way. You know what I'm saying? Because that was his seed. It could handle the wave this certain way, as tradition. And throughout life, people are different, according to the something else. That I'm not sure of, or not going to get into. But the discourse has allowed me to perceive that we are discussing a wave and how it affects the human, as they're as this wave is pushing them up and pushing them down into different experiences. Uh, throughout time, as a baby, as a 5-year-old, as a 16-year-old, as a, as a horny 22 smoking pot year old, as a saving money, working hard, thinking you gonna get ahead, working hard, 30-year-old, as a savvy 40-year-old that's like, I think I got it figured out. You ain't got it figured out. You feel me? So, this wave is happens. This wave happens, and it's the wave. It's the wave that is has the life. It's from the sun. It's from the light in the sky. It's from the earth. It's these signals that they're telling us that they're pushing through us. Okay, so this wave is wanting you to go up and all the way down, but you can't go all the way down and you can't go all the way up at times. And that's okay, because that's what survival is called. Because just like today, I was trying to stand the other day. I was trying to stand on the corner. I was having a bad time with the people I was asking money from. There was a rogue character in the crowd, that wanted to give me more crap than anyone. uh, and then I left, and in the place that I went to, which was a few miles away to try to relax, they had AC. One guy came up on me. He was like, "Hey, the police are looking for you." You know what I'm saying? Like, you match the description of, and it ain't from nothing but uh, when I was married, no contact, and I hadn't talked to my wife in months now, and we've been apart for years now, a year now. So it's like that shit's old as hell, but it's still on the paperwork. And when the police see it, they're like, "Well, we got to take you in, book you, and blah blah blah." So it's like, I'm not a criminal, but you know, they don't say it like that. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, we're looking for this type of character, and so like everyone gets treated the same. Whether if you stole a piece of gum out the store or you hit some old lady over the head and took her purse. You know what I'm saying? They all like, we're looking for this character like that. So it's like, damn, that ain't right. You shouldn't treat everybody like that. Do you even know why? Why you looking for them? So uh, the dude was like, yeah, the police. And so Purim got out of there. So I was like, okay. Uh, so these characters at the store, my customers, basically people I'm asking, this one guy, the police, you know what I'm saying? Um, and the guy who was where I was at, he was kind and nice, and we were laughing and joking, but it was about it was about the local law enforcement tracking me down and trying to find me for some odd reason. And I'm just assuming it's because of something had happened between me and my wife about me not they telling me not to come back to my old residence, and I did because she said come watch the kid, and I did. You know what I'm saying? So you know it's just funny, weird, but that's a part of that wave pushing through, that wave pushing through and getting through, and getting higher. You know what I'm saying? It's not the point. That's what we were saying. It's not the point to be the wave, because you can't be the wave. It's always perfect. It's going to go highly up, perfect, and perfectly low. But guess what? When it goes low, it's going to come back up. You might not. You feel me? It's going to go high, but guess what? You might not come back down. So the wave is not human. You feel me? The wave is not human. The wave is shaping humans. It's it's blowing you up into highs and lows. And so the thing is you not the wave. So if you think you the wave and you try to go as high as the wave, you know, walk out into the grocery store and be like, shouting we're supposed to love each other. Everyone's supposed to love each other. And people are like, what the fuck? I got bills to pay, boy. You know what I'm saying? My wife might be cheating on me, but I ain't listening to what the hell you talking about. And they trying to go get some condoms out the store or some milk real quick, you know? And this person is so high, they're like, we need to be, we could have heaven on earth if we just unite. And everybody's like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Or like, go on YouTube and say that. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, we're not the wave, you feel me? But the wave is the path. It's the path up, and it's going up and down. So the point is to survive and get to the end of the signal. Go up and down and survive. Duck when you need to duck because you can't go as high as the wave wants to go at that point. And pick your head up because you ain't gonna go as low as the wave's trying to drag you at that point. So it's like you trying to get through the end. You're walking on a teeter-totter bridge and you're trying to get to the end, but everyone has to cross the bridge, and it's called life. And on earth, it's with a wave. It's a teeter-totter bridge on earth. When you step right, it makes the left step go up, and then you got to step left, and it makes the right step more sturdy, and you got to go right and left, and it balances, and each step affects the other step, and it's a balancing type of shit, because it's like surfing, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone who's born on earth has to learn. It's not a learning, like I said, learning is how it's looking, because people are using their minds, but this journey through the earth plane is people surfing in a teeter-totter sine wave, left, right, up, down, and 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 staying on the middle. There's some type of balance of this wave as it takes them up and down through life. Um, Now, at points, let me check my time here.